So tell me, when or how did you decide? I can see obviously with your family ties, but when did you decide to get involved with the Dancing production, which you were the
Yeah,
promoter and producer and
yeah. I co-founded and co-produced and co-owned Dirty Dancing. So what happened was my family's business, as I was explaining, was in entertainment, and I wanted to. I was angel investing and I was developing property, and there came a time where there was an ability for us to merge our two skill sets. I was coming at things from the business angle and the property and angel investing and stockbroking angle, and my family's their head and that company was very creative. They were putting on shows. They were literally creating shows. They were producing shows. Which is it's a very creative mindset. And they were brilliant at that. So I then some opportunities just gravitated where we were able to merge those two skill sets, and those opportunities were the ability to develop and to build some entertainment arenas and theatres. So we ended up collaborating and bringing the business and the creativity side together, building and developing some entertainment theatres and arenas between 2,000 and 30,000 seat arenas in the Asia Pacific. And so we developed them, we would own them or manage them on behalf of government or council. And so it was part entertainment play and part property play. And then subsequent to that, at that time, then I was mixing in the entertainment circles, albeit wearing my business, keeping my business cap firmly on. But then some opportunities came up through a contact of ours in Los Angeles to ultimately acquire the global rights to Dirty Dancing. So there was a global brand and the global intellectual property rights to Dirty Dancing, and so we bought that from Lionsgate Films, a film company who owned it, and also from Eleanor Bergstein, who was the writer, she wrote the story, which was the movie in 1987. And so yes, we bought those rights in around 2003, and it became quite a long and fascinating journey.
massive phenomenon? I mean, it's still all over the place and extremely successful, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm grateful to say it was, and it is, and it holds various different ticket sale records, particularly in Europe and especially in London as well, where it holds a record as having opened with the highest advanced box office of any show that's ever played on the West End. So for some, for it was a very humbling situation, to have a show that holds that record, and that has been playing certainly in the UK for the best part of 10 years or so. But we've played it in Australia, in the USA, Germany, Europe, other parts of Europe, and it's firmly, I think, taken that brand. It was always an iconic brand, and it was an iconic show, and a very strong cult movie. But I think through this production we were able to bring it to life, keep true to the original story, but make it something which was engaging for people. Because at the end of the day, I think if the show is not good and if it doesn't have creative credibility, people, the public and people that are paying good money to go and see a show, that they can see through that and it won't last. So I think hopefully it's some sort of verification or ratification that the show was good.
I think it's absolutely ratified. Yeah. What do you think the best assets are? I appreciate there's a combination of assets and depending on what you do. But what do you think the best assets are to be in business? I mean, I think you've pretty much covered it there, but.
I think the best asset that anybody can have, they can cultivate, is a psychology. Once again, go and talk to any sports person, go and talk to any actor. I think they'll probably tell you something similar. That okay, great. If you're an athlete, you've got to be fit. You've got to train. No one's questioning that. But the psychology is the asset that they cultivate. The mental strength, the vision, and the ability to just keep going. And it's the same in business, same in athletes, same in business. It's getting up every day. It's doing all the things that you've got to do. In the early days, 90% of them will be administration and raising money, things that you don't even like. But if you love what you're doing, and if you have the right psychology, you'll just breeze over them. If you don't have the right psychology, you're going to get stuck right in the middle of the darkness and just you don't like. It's just horrible, and you've got bills in your desk full of garbage, and that the psychology will then go down, and you just cannot innovate in that environment. You're going to be a misery. No one's going to want to do business with you. No one will want to be your client because and it becomes a downward spiral. The same way you see with an athlete who's they lose a couple of. Right, look at Tiger Woods. He had problems in his personal life, and his ranking it plummeted. He got himself together. Clearly, got his psychology back on track. and it showed in his game. So we see evidence of it every day in sport, but people don't necessarily tie that in to business. So the psychology, and it's something which needs to be cultivated every day, because every day, no matter how successful you are, you're going to have ups and downs. So you've got to cultivate that psychology. So I really think that is the best internal asset. The best external asset is advice.